So suppose you have a class, and inside that you have a inner class. So to access inner classes elements or method from the outer class, do you need to create object of that inner class?
No.
No,
Anonymous classes you are saying, no?
not anonymous class. You are
Hmm.
giving name to that class. That is an inner class, and that have
Hmm.
a we are not using anonymous.
Okay, we are not using anonymous classes.
We are
We are
using
having a name of that.
yeah, non-static inner class.
Non-static. Okay, so I need to access this class outside this class
Yeah, from the outer class.
from the outer class. I think we need to have the object with like the outer class
Yeah, we need to create an object of this class to access
object. Yes,
its
need
threads
to
and all.
access. Yeah.
Can you tell me the difference between sleep and wait method in threads?
Sleep and wait method, actually we are using thread. Suppose if we take a real world example in sleep.
So sleep and wait, these are two methods in threads. We use them in threads. In the sleep methods, what we do, we tell JVM to lock a shared object for specific number of milliseconds, for a specific number of time. Okay. So we also
Okay.
pass the time as well in milliseconds. And in the wait method, it simply pauses the thread until either the specific number of milliseconds have elapsed, or it receives a desired notification from another thread, whichever is first. So, and the major difference which a interviewer will look is in terms of lock. So wait method doesn't keep the lock on the resource, whereas sleep method keep the lock. You may have heard that we override equals and hash code method together. So can you tell me what is the contract between them? Why we override them together? And what will happen if we override only hash code and don't override equals, and vice versa?
If two objects are equal by equals method, then the hash code of both objects are always same. But if the hash code of two objects is equals,
Yeah.
but we cannot guarantee that the both objects are equal. So and the another one thing is that we override both the methods because the object class equals method do a reference comparisons, means it use double equals for object comparison. So in that, when we override the equals method, that time we give our own equals logics in that method. So on that basis, if our objects are equal, so the hash code for the both object will be same, and the no duplicate object will be get created when it will be stored. Means yeah, I'm something yeah, that's what I'm remembering. There is something another that I'm not currently recollecting that, remembering that
Okay, no problem.
in hash code.
How the collections are different from stream?
So collections, they help us to keep objects in check, like for different types of like collections supports different kind of work that they do around. For example, stack, it's like a FIFO stack, like no, sorry, FIFO, it's LIFO. So last in, which is the element on first out. So if you want this kind of an architecture to be followed, then you utilize the stack as your collection. But if you want like queue, in this case of queue based on priority, definitely you have a priority queue which is available. So that it's completely different from stream, because stream is like when you work on or iterate on any collection, and then you are able to perform operations on that collection. So stream is completely different from a collection, I would say. And then you are able to perform other operations like map, filter, and reduce anything that you want to do. And yeah, you're able to do that using stream. So these are two different things.
What is the difference between truncate and drop and delete?
Truncate usually only deletes the records of the inside the particular table. Delete also does the same. If you like delete stuff from just the table name and you do not specify the where clause, it will also do the same. The problem with the delete clause is that whenever it runs, since it's a DML statement, it has a memory. I don't remember the name. So where it's undo memory, I would say. So where it exactly puts all the records, like this record is deleted, and it will keep pile up in the memory unless until the transaction is committed. This does not happen with the truncate statement, because the truncate is a DDL clause, and with DDL operations we have a commit by default, so which causes that the population of the undo statements, undo space, that doesn't take place, and it is much faster than that. Drop is also again a DDL statement which will completely delete your table or the structure that you have.
there are various types of bean. Can you tell me apart from singleton?
Singleton is their prototype.
Yeah.
Then session.
Yeah.
Then I think request, and last one is
Global session.
global. Yeah, right.
But
Global.
generally in day-to-day coding we
Most
don't
of the
use
time,
request and global
session.
we just use
Yeah.
singleton and prototype.
Yeah.
Out of memory error. So what do you like? What do you
I
understand by
faced a
this?
lot.
Yeah, out of memory error.
Yeah, I know. Out of memory error I was getting when Java heap space is getting full. So in that case, we are getting out of memory error. So in my case, what happened is we were storing the value into hash map, and that too in memory.
Yeah.
So that hash map was holding a lot of data. It was around every hash map was storing around 7 lakhs or something of data. So in that case, we were getting this out of memory Java heap space issue. What I did for it is basically our this whole deployment is on IKP. We are having IKP, which is Kubernetes, our deployment way. So in that, what we give we give the memory, like what is the RAM for this, how much space it will take the pods, how much it will take on the server, or how much CPU it is, like how much memory it is taking. So earlier it was 4 GI. So what I did, first of all, I found out where garbage collection is not there. So where the objects was not being used, so we just equalized it with now. And then what we did is we increased the size in our IKP environment in the deployment file. We just changed it from 2 GI to 4 GI.
Okay.
And on Java size, on the this size, what we did, we increased this one 10248 XMSI, and this how much memory it will take. Basically 102. It was taking something like 512 or something, which is the default one. So I increased that here itself.
Okay. So there are two types of memory in Java. One is stack memory and one is heap memory.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what is the difference between them?
The stack memory is used to static variables. Means when static memory allocations means whenever we
Sorry, only static variables will be stored in stack memory?
no, not only statics, but all other means primitive type or reference variable references that will be stored in static in stack. Sorry, in stack. Whenever and in heap memory are dynamically allocated memory means whenever we use a new by whenever we created a object by using new keyword, so that time it will be memory allocated will be getting heap area. So it will be dynamic allocation. Dynamically allocated memory will get in heap area.
So if I create any object, where exactly it will be stored, either in heap or stack?
The reference of that object will stored in stack, and the actual memory space will get in heap area. Okay. The whatever space the object have been taken, that will be allocated in our heap area, heap memory area.
Yeah. What is immutable class?
Immutable class are things which property you do not change at runtime after it is created. So once you create the immutable class, you are not supposed to change the property inside of it. If you need to change the property inside of it, you need to create a new instance of that particular class and then change the property and utilize.
What is the difference between a set and a list?
In list have the some concrete class like array list, linked list, vector, and set and vector. And in set we can not add the duplicate element.
Yeah.
But in list we can have.
Yeah, correct. That is correct. The main difference is in terms of duplicates. So in set you can't have the duplicates. Okay. And in the collection there is array list and there is linked list, right? When you will go for linked list and when you will go for array list, can you tell me?
So both will perform the same operations, like so both we can use it for anywhere, but so coming to the performance, there will be a difference in that particular both of them.
Yeah.
Like coming to linked list, we can, wherever the many deletions happens, right? So at that time we can go with a linked list. So what it will, so if you delete a particular element in the array list, what it will do, like it will traverse entire thing again and again. So instead in linked list, what it will do, like it will map that next value to that particular deletion of the next value. So it will be, performance will be more while doing that deletion in the linked list. These deletion or those type of things, we can go with a linked list, and other cases we can go for array list.